Hi guys, this is an update on my Jade 1. The last time you saw her on a plant blog, she was cooped up together with a few other jade plants in the same pot. So I noticed that it was getting a little crowded and they were kind of really trying to outgrow each other. So I gave her her own pot, and when I did do that, I noticed that her root system was pretty impressive. So I made the good decision to transplant and give her her own 6-inch pot. I used a cactus soil to give her, fast draining. And it's a Schultz cactus soil that I used. Everything that I used to water her is down in the description section, just like all my social media accounts. I hope you enjoyed the rest of my video. You can hit the like, subscribe, and of course the bell so you're notified every single time I do upload a new video. She sits in front of a west-facing window. There is a plant in front of her, so she's about a foot away from the window. The only reason I did that is because the other plant is bigger, and it was going to be harder for me to care for her and watch her and kind of check on her. So that was it. But she does get a ton of light. As I said, she gets western exposure. She gets watered every 14 days for now. That is her current schedule because she's on her own now. She doesn't have a ton of competition. I only water enough, and I make sure water doesn't go through in the saucer right here because she is a succulent and she's on her own in a 6-inch pot. Even though when I did transplant her, the root system was really, I would say it was majority of like right here, I think majority right there. It was just like that. So I felt very comfortable in putting her here. She has been in this pot now, new pot, I would say about 2 months now. I split them up, transplanted her. So she has gotten acclimated because if she really didn't do very well, she would have already died within a few weeks or a month if it was too big for her, but it's not. And of course, I make sure I don't overwater her. And she has grown since then. Again, the soil that I use is Schultz cactus. It is very fast draining and it doesn't come with any pests. I water her every 14 days for now. That is her current schedule. And again, everything that I do mix with the water is in the description section. So do check that out. And she gets west facing light or western window light or western exposure. This is also called a Crassula ovata or a money tree or a money plant. It is used in a lot of feng shui or feng shui. And the reason for that is it's very easy to propagate. And so for that, they believe that it's good luck because you're spreading fortune very easily. Actually, now I have, just me personally, I have 7 different jade plants in different pots. My husband has his own 3. So we have a total of 10 now. We started with 2. He got his first, and I should probably vlog that because I've had a ton of interest for that. But his was the oldest. I got it for him on his birthday. It's even older than our son, and it's massive now. It used to be this tall, and now it's huge. And this one was also a little bit smaller, and she was cooped up with different other jade plants, which is now separated in different pots. And I also have clipped this and the other ones. I've clipped them. I'm not very successful in propagating them just by a leaf. For whatever reason, I'm not very good at it. But if it is already kind of established, like if I would cut, let's see, if I would cut this one right here and I would cut right there. Let's see. If I would cut right there, right here, I can definitely propagate that into already a plant. But if it's just a leaf, I have a really hard time in getting that done. There are other people that are very, very talented. I've tried every single method that I could find, and it just doesn't work out for me. I'm just not very good at it. what I would recommend, because everybody's environment is going to be different, is you want to make sure the soil is definitely, at least for me, you know, you touch the top and the scissor is still sticking, but the top actually is earthworm casings. And again, I'm going to try and put that down in the description section. Earthworm casings have a tendency to hold on to moisture, so sometimes you'd see like these white parts on here. It's just a little too much volume. So the next time I would water, I would lessen the volume than the previous time, just so, you know, it doesn't have like that white fuzz on top. But what I usually do, and this is how I got the 14 days, is I would stick my finger down here and I would give it until like the first line. Because she is small, so she might need watering sooner than later, because she's just much smaller. And also, I don't saturate watering my jade plant. I probably water her about 1/4 of a cup to maybe 1/3 every time I do water. So when I do put my finger in, like right now, it's not even sticking up really, which is the soil. The earthworm casing, that's a different story. It does hold on to more moisture than the soil, so that she can actually be watered again. But when it comes to succulents, you can also tell with the leaves, like this one is kind of thinning already. And when you see that it's kind of thinning for me, and this one too, like it's kind of thin. I'm used to them being kind of poofy and fat because I do fertilize them. When I do see a few of them that have thinned so much, and I did water her about 8 days ago, so she's not like totally dehydrated. But if, let's say, about 1/4 of the leaves of the total plant is this thin, and this thin, there's only about 2 to 3 leaves, so I'm not really that concerned. But if it's a huge part of the plant already, 1/4 to 1/3 to even half, then she's extremely thirsty. And when it's that thirsty, what I would recommend is you give it a little bit of water at a time. Maybe if you haven't watered in, let's just say, because it got that thirsty, let's just give an example. If you didn't water for 30 days, and this is day 30, and you water it, don't give it the same amount of volume, or don't give it so much or double or triple, because it was dehydrated. You're going to drown it, and you're going to have a potential of overwatering it due to the fact that you haven't been watering it as much as they wanted to. So in that case, water it very little, just a little bit, so it can kind of get its beak wet. I would check every 1 to 2 days to see, and I would check like directly close to where you watered. I would only recommend water like this section here close to the bark, and I would put my finger in there. If it does dry out and it's only been day 5, because you only gave it a little bit of water, like maybe a teaspoon to a tablespoon, then I would water it again. If it is wet, then I would leave it alone and let it dry out a little bit more. It is better to water less than overwater. It's just an easier defect to fix, but I still won't recommend dehydrating any of your plants. If you guys have any questions, anything to do with this particular plant, let me know in the comment section. I love hearing from you guys all the time. And so this is what she looks like now. I've only had her, I would say, less than a year, I think. And she now has her own pot. She has graduated from sharing a pot with other jade plants. And again, if you guys have any questions, you want to talk about this particular plant, it's such an easy plant. This is one of the rare succulents that I can actually successfully grow and propagate. I'm not very good with succulents. I really suck at it, pun intended, and they really hate me. So if you're a beginner in regards to plants, house plants, especially succulents, I definitely recommend the Crassula ovata or the jade plant or the money tree or the money plant. It's very, very easy. It does need highlight, it does need good amount of light. This one sits in a west-facing window. They can actually do well as well in a south-facing window. They'll actually grow pretty quick there. So again, anything else, hit the comment section and let me know. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.